16 of the National Football League. And
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though. Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken at the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Slot man moves right. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Now he's loose up the left sideline. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield.
A big third down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he...
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Tyquan Thornton.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is garbage.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Bosa in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.